We are live. Hello, people. We are here. Weigh-ins. BitB19. Getting ready to start 6 o'clock. Here with Danny Palm and Dylan Cole.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen,
We're your hosts for the evening.
How's it going? Welcome to the Brawl in the Burgh 19 weigh-ins show before the show. Our fighters are starting to arrive. We just saw Justin the General Patton rolling in with Carly Joe. The fighters are coming in, ready to weigh in and set their bouts to be official for tomorrow's awesome show here at the Monroeville Convention Center. Danny, what an outstanding lineup of bouts once again that we have coming towards our lovely fans for this show.
Oh, it's great. We got 8 awesome MMA bouts, 7 awesome grappling super fights. We're in for a lot of action tomorrow night.
Yep, right off the bat, jumping off the page right at me, I'm looking at our pro featherweight main event. Justin the General Patton competing against Jacob Olave. Justin coming off of an excellent, crazy back and forth bout and looking to get back in the win column here with another strong performance. Jacob Olave, of course, trying to come in and change that narrative. Danny, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm really excited for this fight as well. Patton looking to get back on the winning track. Olave coming in 3-1 as a pro with 3 finishes. This fight, it's got fireworks written all over it.
I couldn't agree more. The last Justin the General Patton we've seen was perhaps the best Justin that has stepped in the cage and fought for us. He is developing so quickly as a pro fighter. Very well-rounded, fights with heart. Incredible cardio, always coming at you.
Yeah, his last fight was awesome. The bout with Kyle Zimic. I mean, I thought he looked great as well. Yeah.
If you haven't had the opportunity to see that bout, go back on 247live.com. Stream 247live.com. We have a mobile app. We are on Roku. We are on all sorts of streaming devices. And go and watch that fight because it absolutely lit up the Monroeville Convention Center. And it is certainly a contender for Fight of the Year for us.
Absolutely. Our co-main event, 205-pound advanced amateur light heavyweight bout, James Padmore versus Chris Hustleton. That's an awesome fight. I got a feeling that one might not go the distance.
What makes you say that, Danny Palm?
2 big dudes throwing fists. I mean,
this is an awesome bout. We have Stout versus the Mat Factory. This is Pittsburgh on Pittsburgh crime with 2 of the best up-and-coming 205 contenders. Obviously, for those who were at that show that we were referencing earlier, BitB19, James Padmore had an absolutely electric knockout that evening over Adam Caldwell and is just looking to keep that momentum coming. Continues to impress us more and more with each show, and we cannot wait for that bout.
Yep. Padmore's 3-0, 3 knockouts. Hustleton's 2-1. He's coming off a knockout win as well. So I'm looking forward to that one.
We cannot wait. We have people coming in now. Our official weigh-in, we're looking for a targeted 6 p.m. start, but we're on here early, getting you guys excited, taking any questions you have.
Fighters checking their weight, getting their corner names in, and just getting ready for things to get started off here at weigh-ins.
We cannot wait. We are preparing for an absolutely electric atmosphere tomorrow night. Brawl in the Burgh 19 at the Monroeville Convention Center. Tickets are still available for purchase.
247fighting.com.
247fighting.com. Be sure to follow all of our socials. We're going to keep you updated throughout the weekend as to everything 247 Fighting. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and other platforms as well.
Yeah, we are. If you don't have the 247 Live app downloaded, you should probably go to the App Store, download that now. iOS, Roku, Android. We got it all for the app, you know? It's everywhere.
That's what I like to think. 247, not just Pittsburgh. We're going worldwide. We're really taking over here. We have some likes and hearts. People are active in our chat. This is spectacular to see. What's the time? We have 5:59, so we should be getting to these weigh-ins
before
anytime.
The show. It's getting close to the end here. Weigh-ins about to be kicking off. Still waiting for some fighters to filter in.
We have so many good fights on this card. are just not even getting into the grappling yet, but just continuing to look at this MMA fighting card. We're only showcasing the weigh-ins for our live MMA fights tomorrow evening. We are also having grappling super fights at this show. We have 7 of them, an awesome lineup, but they will be weighing in tomorrow, so they won't be showcased this evening. But I keep looking at Cowboy Edgar Perilla versus Tim Von Biedenfield.
Yeah.
2 people who everyone loves to see step into the 247 cage.
Yeah, how about these dudes? Both their opponents are out, and they're like, yeah, let's fight each other. Let's put it on for the fans. These guys they're fan favorites around here. They're gonna come. They're coming to swing leather tomorrow night.
I know. I can't wait. 2 of our most exciting fighters. Would I be correct? Is this still a title eliminator bout for a potential down the road?
So we were talking about that. It's, I mean, that's not up to me, but I mean, both these guys, they come out of here with a win. Whichever one of them comes out with a win tomorrow night, they're sitting pretty,
Absolutely. What a huge step forward in their careers. And this is another bout, too, where not only is it a win-win for whoever wins that bout, it's a win for us as fans of the sport and our developing and constantly growing Pittsburgh MMA community. And even there's no shame in taking a loss to either of those supremely talented opponents.
Timbo Slice in his last fight hit an inverted triangle. That was awesome.
Oh, my goodness.
Cowboy Eddie, he brings the crowd. He brings the heat in his fights. I'm looking forward to that one.
All eyes are going to be
2-0 versus 2-1.
All eyes are going to be in the center of those cage when those 2 great young athletes take the cage there. We have Jared Billy.
Hey, in the comments, what's up, Jared?
Thanks. Jared, tuning in on Facebook. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on stream247live.com. We're coming at you from all angles with this live weigh-in show, and we're excited to have you join us here this evening.
Let's get some people in the comments. What fights are you guys looking forward to the most tomorrow?
Yeah, we laid out a couple, but I mean, we could just talk about the entire card top to bottom.
Yeah.
There's no wrong answer. We want to know who you are out here supporting. We want to know who you're vocally going to be behind for tomorrow's events.
Another one that's jumping off the page at me, Carly Joe Thomas versus Cara Hood Force. That's an awesome fight. Cara Hood's 5-0. Carly Joe, she's coming off a win. And excited to see her back in the 247 cage. It's not too often we get some female fights in the cage. We have 2 on this card.
I know. It feels like it's been almost way too long since we've had some of our upcoming female talent in the MMA realm compete. Anyone who knows Carly Joe Thomas knows that she is an absolute stud. She is definitely one of our favorite up-and-coming female, amateur fighters. Always exciting.
Another cool storyline. She's dating Justin Patton. Both of them are on this card, both fighting same night.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Let's see if the Pittsburgh power couple of MMA takes center stage and takes over. And, of course, cannot overlook Cara Hood Force, an absolute supremely talented competition coming in from Fifth Round Fitness, 5-0. And this is certainly going to be maybe Carly Joe's toughest test to date. So,
speaking of female fights, let's talk about the other one as well while we're on it. Faith Nichols versus Elena Dutil. I'm looking forward to that one as well. That's a strawweight bout. Carly Joe versus Cara Hood. That's a catchweight at 130. But yeah, our other female fight, that's awesome as well. Elena Dutil, she's coming in at 4-2. Faith Nichols 2-2. Excited to get them in the 247 cage. That's going to be awesome.
And it's crazy to think about. You're talking about straw weights. I mean, if you cut me in half long ways down the middle, I don't think I could make straw weight.
Oh, yeah, I 100% couldn't. 100% could not.
But nonetheless, these 2 straw weights could still certainly beat both of us up, despite being half the size. It's a very impressive. Everyone on this card, top to bottom.
Yeah, let's go through these.
Yeah, who else we got, Danny Palm? Outline some of the ones that you're looking forward to the most.
Well, we've already talked about a decent amount of the MMA ones. So we'll start at the beginning of the card. We got James Stevenson back for his third 247 fight. He's fighting Christopher Pierce. Russ Green, what's up, dog?
Oh, I see Russ Green out there. Danny Palm. Let's go, Carly Joe. Sending us some eyes as well. How about that?
Yeah, Pierce fought Zack Snyder last year. I thought he looked good in that fight. He didn't get the win, but, you know.
Oh, he pushed Zack Snyder all the way to
Yep.
the edge in what was a very competitive back and forth bout.
Stevenson's looked good in his fights. And then we got Evan DeRusi versus Tyler Llewellyn. That's what I'm looking forward to. That could be fight of the night.
We were talking about that earlier as a very, very probable contender for our Fight of the Night award. I mean, if you've seen both of these guys in the cage, then the fight tells the story in itself. Evan DeRusi, obviously just incredible young talent here at a very, very stacked 170 novice welterweight division here in Pittsburgh. Looking to make a statement representing Indio Dojo and all of those tough boys out of that camp.
Yeah, that's an awesome fight. And the only other one that we haven't mentioned yet, which is also an awesome fight, advanced amateur bantamweight fight, Elijah Davis versus Jimmy Padpom. 3-1 versus 4-1. That's, you know what I mean? That's a high-level amateur fight right there.
Yep. We're excited to see Elijah Davis, those boys out of the Mat Factory. They don't make them too much tougher than that.
Yeah, absolutely. Those guys always bring it. And Jimmy Padpom, 4-1. He's just coming off a first-round finish. So
coming out of Demolition Fight Team.
Yeah, those guys are real tough out there.
One thing that I'm so proud of that we do here at 247 Fighting Championships is we truly try and make the best bouts possible. We do, we line up the best guys to fight each other. There's no easy fights inside of the 247 cage. We're here to develop you and to test your mettle and to really make sure that you're ready to take those next steps in your fighting career. If you go through 247 Fighting Amateur, then you're going to be ready for 247 Fighting Pro and beyond.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention as well, the weigh-ins tonight, these are just the MMA weigh-ins, just the 8 MMA bouts. The grapplers, they will weigh in tomorrow, day of weigh-ins. They'll weigh in a few hours before the show. I believe they're weighing in at 3 p.m. tomorrow. So if any of the grapplers are listening, your weigh-ins are at 3 tomorrow. Yep, Hammer Squad definitely representing heavy on this card. Definitely, we always love having those guys in there.
Oh, yeah, I see the comment. Russ Green coming in. We have Sean Lee.
Yeah, Sean Lee.
Evan
shout out for Evan DeRusi.
Will be fight of the night, and he sent rock and roll emoji. Yes, we couldn't agree more. I mean, among a card of stacked, incredible talent, that fight does stand out as just an incredible contest. But you're just going to have to tune in and find out. We could do all the talk in the world, but we're excited to see them step in the cage. We might be getting started here.
I'll try to find it.
Let's see, we got some more people filtering in.
We got
can't see behind this computer monitor. Can't see how many people are here.
a whole bunch of them,
Yeah.
Danny Palm. Looks like the room's
Yeah.
almost full.
People are here. People are coming in. We're live. I'm ready for some face-offs, man.
I know. I can't wait. Face-offs. This fight, our fight night tomorrow night, of course. This is going to be an interesting change, too. Something that we have not seen yet in Pittsburgh. We are going to be competing, holding our fights inside of a larger cage. This is a cage that we debuted in Cincinnati at our 513 Fight Night show. And wait till you guys see this cage in person, in full 25-foot glory.
Yeah, it's a big cage. It looks really, like when you're right in front of it, it looks huge, man.
It's crazy. We're going to have some big boys throwing big leather inside of a big cage.
We got a shout out for Faith Nichols here.
Team Faith, thank you from Lion Sin Cam for reaching out. Team Faith.
Yeah, looks like some guys are weighing in now.
Yep. We
Looks
got
like Justin the General Patton on the scales.
He's now going to be stepping. Looks like we're not doing face-offs yet. We're just doing official weights.
Yeah, I don't know if I see his opponent yet, but I believe Justin was on the scale. No word on his official weight yet.
We got the Rooster by Alice in Chains.
Yeah, Waynes are started. And another shout out for Carly Joe in the comments.
You know we ain't gonna die. You want to talk about an awesome song to set the mood for what's going to be chaos in the cage tomorrow evening.
But yeah, we'll hanging out a little bit, you know, just waiting for things to pick up here.
Yeah, let us know in the comments down below. Give us a prediction on give us a prediction for the fight you're looking forward to the most. So the fighter who's going to win and the method of victory. We have a lot of support for Carly Joe Thomas coming in on Facebook, and that's awesome to see. We hyped her up earlier. We cannot give her enough hype as to how excited we are to see her step in the cage, returning to our cage once again.
With the big cheese right in front of the camera
The
there for a second.
big
Get out of
cheese
the way.
hanging out. Come on, Ryan. Is it just me, or did that cheese get bigger?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. We love Ryan. I think Justin is going to win knockout, and Carly Joe
RNC or
RNC
knockout.
or knockout.
Love the predictions. Keep them coming. Evan DeRusi by KO. Okay. Okay.
Cannot wait for this awesome show we got coming up tomorrow. This is going to be, I mean, you want to talk about 2023 really being an incredible year for us here at 247 Fighting Championships. The talent that has broken out and the incredible cards that we've had the opportunity to put on for you guys. And what a way to close out this year with Brawl in the Burgh 19 featuring 8 high-level MMA bouts.
You're both weighed in. You can face off and get your green screen pictures.
Ryan has announced we have our first weigh-in coming up
We got
now.
a face-off coming up. We got Olave in the front. That's Justin Patton's opponent, Jacob Olave. Here comes Patton to the front. We got our first face-off of the night.
Justin the General Patton with the Santa Claus eggnog done, eggnog dong. How about that?
In the Christmas spirit.
Some words being shared. Looks to be.
Let's go. This is our main event tomorrow night, 145-pound bout.
Great show of respect. Now they're facing the camera. Ryan.
There we go.
A dap up and a hug.
There we go. Some
between the
sportsmanship.
gentlemen. You love to see that, especially at the pro level. These guys have been through it. These guys,
Yeah,
this is not their
absolutely.
first trip around the block. Anyone who makes it to the pro level of MMA has an immense amount of respect for the competition and the years of work it's taken to get to that level.
Yeah, they're just doing their face-offs, and they're going to get their headshots with Chris on the side here.
We have an Elijah Davis pick in the comments here by I can't read that.
We got a Kara Hode Force comment here from Archie.
We got
We
a Let's
appreciate
Go JP, Justin the General Patton fans showing out in our comment section here.
As usual.
I believe we have Carly Joe Thomas stepping on the scale next.
That bout, her bout is at a 130-pound catch weight bout.
Hunter Homestek typing furiously on his phone. Hunched over in the action. He's ready to maintain these face-offs here.
Is he ready for an intense one, you think? Do you think he can handle it tonight?
Dude, I don't know. I think he could take care of business. I think we're
Yeah.
gonna be okay.
Yeah, he looks like he means business. He's ready.
Backwards hat. What's that? A big QR code on his hanging from his neck there.
It's a name tag, I think.
Ready for our face-off with Carly Joe Thomas and Kara Hode Force.
3-2 versus 5-0. 130-pound catch weight. This could absolutely be fight of the night tomorrow night.
Yes. These gals mean business. Everyone knows the toughness that both of these ladies have implemented into their game. I mean, excuse me, when you have combined records of 8-2 at the amateur level of MMA,
I'm expecting a fast pace tomorrow night in this fight.
stoicism presented
Yeah,
by
it's
both of
a little
our
more
fighters
intense
here.
than the last one.
Let's go, Coach Coach Carl from Justin the General Patton. Smiles. And they're both going to be stepping in front of our green screen for professional photos to be taken.
Got a Carly comment from Nancy Patton.
We got an LFG. The energy is palpable in this room. We're very excited about all of these bouts.
Fighters are lining up here, getting ready to weigh in.
See, Faith Nichols just stepped into the frame there.
You get a live look at Chris working his magic behind the camera.
I know. Anyone who's looking to take camera lessons, you go to that guy right there.
Yeah, you can
Look
just
at
hop onto these weigh-ins right here.
You want to talk about footwork. You want to talk about posture. He leans back.
Yeah, look at that.
Someone needs to take a picture of Chris taking pictures. That's what I think. Looks like we have our next set of fighters stepping on the scale here. We have, I believe that is Elena.
It is correct. I can't see.
It's we're at a goofy angle here, but that is Elena Dutil stepping on the scale out of CFS Academy with a record of 4-2. She is going to be competing against Faith Nichols in an advanced amateur strawweight bout, 115 pounds, and they are both ready to rumble and rock and roll here.
We got a Let's Go JP. We got a Let's Go Faith.
We now have a face-off here. Faith Nichols and Elena Dutil. They're getting prepared. Chris is taking a sweet time with Carly Joe.
Some headshots here.
Let's go. Come on. We're excited. We're here. For those of us just joining us now, these are the live weigh-ins for Brawl Burgh 19 at the Monroeville Convention Center. Elena Dutil and Faith Nichols facing off. Advanced amateur strawweight 115.
Their
Now
face-off
facing
here.
the camera.
Looking kind of intense. Each one so far has got a little more intensity to it.
I know. I can't wait to see what the last one looks like. That's a pretty sweet shirt. Silent treatment, Faith Nichols, with some sort of extensive, scary makeup on. Very intense. We're going to be here at the Monroeville Convention Center tomorrow night for Brawl in the Burgh 19. Tickets are still available to be purchased.
247fighting.com. Get your tickets now.
247fighting.com.
If you can't make it in person, then get the pay-per-view at stream247live.com or the 247 Live app. That was so loud.
It's not a Danny Palm live stream without some air horn action. When are we going to get the live? Like, you should just buy an air
just
horn
bring one.
and just scare
The
everyone in
mobile
the
air
room.
horn.
Or we should have you on production during the actual pay-per-view fights, and if a really nice, like, overhand right lands, just interrupt Luke Payson on commentary. We now have Timbo weighing in. That's Tim Von Biedenfield fighting out of Three Rivers Grappling Club. This is going to be a novice amateur lightweight bout between Tim Von Biedenfield and Cowboy Edgar Perilla.
Timbo Slice versus Cowboy Eddie. Absolute banger.
Both fighters coming off of incredibly impressive submission victories in their most recent fights, respectively. Cowboy Eddie, in his most recent fight against
Colton Musgrove,
had a super weird kind of modified choke that it was almost like a rear naked choke grip, but from side control to finish that bout.
We got some more comments here. We got a Let's Go Tim. We got a Cowboy Eddie. We got a Let's Go Eddie from Craig Perry. What's up, Craig?
How's it going, Craig Perry? Love to see it. We have a face-off now. Tim Von Biedenfield versus Cowboy Eddie. Lots of respect shown between both fighters here.
Yeah. Just two dogs ready to throw fists tomorrow night.
Love to see the show of respect between both fighters here. Both fighters who have such bright futures, so talented. Timbo making the face at the end there. We now have stepping on the scale.
Oh, let's get. All right, what's up, Sour Patch? She's hitting us. Sour Patch is hitting us up with all the comments.
We have James Stevenson stepping on the scale now. We just had Christopher Pierce out of Drenning Martial Arts. We have James Stevenson out of the Shop 814.
That's a novice amateur featherweight bout.
They have both officially weighed in and are now getting ready to face off in what is sure to be an excellent featherweight bout. Facing off with one another now.
Yeah, this is an intense one. They're pretty stoic here.
Simultaneously, we have Evan stepping on the scale for his 170 bout. Shaking hands, show of respect, and getting ready for their official green screen photos. Evan has just weighed in. We're getting Tyler Elwin in there now.
Take it over first.
We now have Tyler stepping on the scale. Hunter is prepared to manage this face-off. I mean, when you look at this bout, Evan Darucci versus Tyler, you have two guys that just mean business in every way imaginable. 2-0 versus 1-0. This is what novice amateur is all about. Two super talented up-and-coming fighters who very well are ready, could be ready for advanced amateur. Competing in this bout. Looks like they've both weighed in and they're getting ready for face-off soon. Show some more love in the comments. Which fighters are you looking forward to seeing or have seen face-off and they're looking forward to see for tomorrow's bouts? Here we go. We have the face-off with Evan.
Tyler Llewellyn. 170 novice amateur bout. Like we were mentioning before, this could be fight of the night as well.
We have Elijah Davis stepping on the scale as well. Up here could be a potential fight of the night for tomorrow. We have a bunch of let's goes. Next face-off, we're going to have Elijah Davis, 3-1, representing the Matt Factory, fighting at Advanced Amateur Bantamweight 135.
We got another Evan DeRusi comment. Absolute dog.
Here we go. Elijah Davis
Jimmy
versus
Padpalm.
Jimmy Padpalm. Elijah Davis with a very, very tall, lanky, lengthy build. And Elijah Padpalm is built. He has that compact, strong, like Michael Chandler-esque, compact and explosive build. This is going to be a very interesting, dynamic matchup between these two young and talented fighters.
3-1 versus 4-1. That's an awesome bout right there. Sour Patch says that Elijah is a dog.
Couldn't agree more. Could not agree more.
It's a fair statement.
Elijah has fought for us a few times. I could go back and remember just how good he looked, and I believe it was his amateur debut versus Joe LaRocca. Was that his amateur debut?
Yeah.
It was certainly one of his earlier fights, and
At Flood City too.
you want to talk about a fight that has aged well. You see how great Joe LaRocca has done as of late in the amateur realm, and you have to say the same about Elijah Davis. For those of you who are just joining us now, you are tuning into the official Brawl in the Burgh 19 live weigh-in stream. We are promoting our weigh-ins for our excellent show tomorrow night, Brawl in the Burgh 19, featuring 8 stacked MMA bouts, headlined by Justin the General Patton, looking to bounce back into the win column against Jacob Olave. Tough competition coming in. And here we have Elijah Davis versus Jimmy Padpalm facing off now. Elijah getting close.
Matt Factory versus Demolition Fight Team.
Now facing towards the camera.
We got a Cowboy Eddie's going to take home another win tomorrow comment from Sierra.
Let's go. There's only one way to find out, folks. You're going to have to purchase a ticket or purchase our pay-per-view show. Cowboy Eddie versus Tim Von Beanfield is set to be an incredible bout between two of Pittsburgh area's best up-and-comers. We are so excited to see this bout. What do we got? Matt Factory peeps, don't mess around with the hammers. We know that for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Some of our most talented and best up-and-coming fighters come from the Matt Factory. It's really just wonderful to see. I know we talk about it all the time, but how much the Pittsburgh MMA scene has truly begun to flourish and grow under the great leadership of the guys at the Matt Factory, great leadership at Stout. Who do we? I'm proud to be a part of the Hammer Squad.
That deserved an air horn.
But it's just great to see how many great amateurs we have coming up now, and really amateurs that are bound to be pros in the next few years here as they continue to develop and grow. We have a live look at Elijah Davis putting some socks on.
Oh, Jared Billy says they wish Tim's going to tap him.
Jared Billy with a powerful statement. Tim Von Bedenfield. I mean, if you're looking at guys coming off of two just so impressive and kind of unconventional submission victories, it is going to be electric. We want to hear both sides come out. We want to see.
Yeah, Timbo hit the inverted triangle last time. That was awesome in Cincinnati.
I couldn't.
Sour Patch says, can't wait till I'm 18 to get into the cage with these dogs. Yeah, that's awesome.
Still waiting to face off. I believe the only bout that we have not faced off yet, James Padmore and Chris Hustleton.
Let's talk about some of these grappling fights, huh? These grappling
I know, it's about
fights that
time we gave these guys some love
tonight. One that sticks out right away for me: Cody Gamble versus Chase Logan, Matt Factory versus High Ground. These two dudes are dogs.
I know.
Cody Gamble, he was just grappling in the cage against Nicky Rod. Chase Logan, very good wrestler.
Cody Gamble looked very strong in the cage against Nicky Rod. He really was able to.
It was a pretty good performance, yeah.
And I mean, you want to talk about Matt Factory versus High Ground. We could talk all day about the talent and the incredible fighters and grapplers that come out of the Matt Factory, and we know those guys at High Ground Jiu-Jitsu are bad too. Those guys, we have some excellent talent coming from both.
And we got Maya Yankello back in the cage after a win at Sprawl 2. She's against Sasha Reynolds, who's back for more for a third time.
I know. We're starting to have some Sprawl in the Burgh vets really at this point.
Yeah, that's an interesting one too. Can Maya take out the young Sasha?
I don't know. We're going to have to find out.
Then we got...
Do we have any grappling fans in our live streams tonight? Let us hear you. If you're a grappling fan, any grapplers that you're looking forward to seeing tomorrow night?
We got Tyrus Kerr from the Matt Factory versus DJ Hollingshead from Railroad City Jiu-Jitsu. We got Rachel Jenkins versus Harley Cofield.
I mean, we could just go top to bottom. We got Lucas Jones coming back in from the Matt Factory, taking on Denny Bingaman, Three Rivers Grappling Club.
We got Dakota Dollar from India versus CJ Riley from Devotion Kickboxing. Maya, Cody Gamble, Lucas Jones, Tyrus. Sour Patch is here for everyone.
We got Jared Billy with the Denny.
Yeah, Denny coming off a win at Sprawl 2. Same with Lucas Jones. They both look good at Sprawl in the Burgh too.
Tell us a little bit
We got Jeremiah Butler versus Noah Miller as well.
Yeah, I was thinking about that one. Tell us a little bit more about what we could expect to see from Noah and Jeremiah. Noah Miller, Sprawl in the Burgh veteran from, I believe, our first show. Did he also competed at the second show?
I believe he's a Brawl in the Burgh vet.
You are correct. I was just kidding when I said
this
that.
This is his first time grappling for us. He's coming in against, he's a high ground guy. He's coming in against Jeremiah Butler from 10P Masonry. I just watched him compete against Chase Boyd recently.
How'd that go?
It was an entertaining match. It was awesome. So I'm really excited for that one.
Anyone who knows Chase Boyd knows how much of a handful he could be. We love Chase Boyd.
Chester Boyle. That's what he was calling himself at the last
I know.
fight.
It was. We love Chase Boyd. He's such a wild man, inside and outside of that cage. We have more Sour Patch for my Matt Factory family. Got to show that support. Dude, we love to see Matt Factory showing out in the chat tonight.
They appreciate it.
Let us know if you're here with Stout, if you're here with, any of our representing fighting academies here tonight. Let us know because, I mean, the talent on this card cannot go understated.
Yeah, from top to bottom, the grappling super fights to the MMA, these are all. I'm really excited for tomorrow night. It's going to be an awesome night of action. And if you don't have your tickets yet, you can get them at 247fighting.com. Or if you can't make it tomorrow, then you can buy the pay-per-view at Stream 247 Live or the 247 Live app. And also shout out to our amazing sponsors. You guys are great.
Yeah, we could get a little bit into the
Yeah.
sponsors. We could talk about,
Sunny Days, Go Green, the Rehab Center, Strip District Meats. Top tier. Who else we got away in here?
Looks like we got James Padmore arriving.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I believe the last weigh-in that we have is James Padmore versus Chris Hustleton, Stout versus Matt Factory, our co-main event for tomorrow's Brawl in the Burgh 19 show. And, I mean, you want to talk about a fight that deserves to be in that spotlight, co-main event. James Padmore absolutely electrified the Monroeville Convention Center crowd at Brawl in the Burgh 17, a walk-off one-hitter quitter against a very tough Adam Caldwell, and we just continue to be impressed.
Caldwell was 2-0 at the time, too. Like that.
Dude, Caldwell has one of the best jabs I've seen at that 205, 215. Like, his striking for amateur is so high level, and he fought composed, but Padmore just cracked him and sent him down to the mat. It was a very, very impressive performance for James Padmore, and we're excited to see Chris Hustleton out of the Mat Factory. You know those Mat Factory boys are bad and coming to bring the heat. So it's going to be a very, very tough challenge for both of these fighters, but that's what we're here for. We really like to put the best talent in the cage with the best talent.
We got a comment here from Jared Billy. I don't know if I understand what he's asking here.
You guys think they had more desserts? They might have to wait. Title shot. If he could get an impressive win tomorrow. Dude, anything is possible with an impressive win tomorrow. We were talking about James Padmore competing for an amateur light heavyweight belt. Here we have the face-off now. James Padmore and Chris Hustleton. Advanced Amateur 205. And yes, potentially opening the door for a title shot down the road. We know how prestigious those...
If he comes away with the win tomorrow, he definitely deserves one. We got a Chris comment from Sour Patch.
We got a Coach Carl. Now facing the front. And that about wraps it up. We're going to hang out here maybe a little bit longer, take any of your final chats here. We have just presented our 8 stacked bouts for Brawl in the Burgh 19 coming up tomorrow night, Monroeville Convention Center. Doors open, I believe, 6 p.m. and our first bout is at 7 p.m. It is not too late.
I believe super fights are 6:30.
Super fights are 6:30. Yes, you do not want to miss these grappling bouts. We didn't even go over all of them, but
Oh, we did. We went. Well, we briefly did. Okay, so that's what we can do real quick.
let's talk about Dakota Dollar.
Yeah, C.J. Riley versus Dakota Dollar. Devotion Kickboxing versus Indio Dojo. That's an exciting one. They're gonna kick off the night with that's a banger.
Yeah, it's never an accident when we put you in our first bout of the evening slot. It's because we want to start the night off with the right energy, and we think these two talented guys could really kick us off and get things moving and set the pace for everyone coming afterwards.
Lucas Jones versus Denny Bingaman. That could be grappling super fight of the night.
That very well could be. We've seen
like those two are dogs, and they come for the submission.
We've seen Lucas Jones out of the Mat Factory. We know Denny, those Three River guys, come here to put on a show for everyone.
And we went over Jeremiah Butler versus Noah Miller, High Ground versus 10P.
Yep, we've seen Noah Miller in our cage before.
Yep, and he They were both just on the fight to win. Rachel Jenkins versus Harley Cofield, True Believer versus BC Jiu-Jitsu.
Perfect.
All right, so yeah, let's finish that. So Harley Cofield, BC Jiu-Jitsu, DJ Hollingshead, Railroad City versus Tyrus Kerr, Matt Factory, and we went
Oh, my
over
goodness, what a
Sasha
good
Reynolds
bout
versus
that is,
Maya
too.
Yankello, and Chase Logan versus Cody Gamble. Man, tomorrow night is going to be an awesome night of action. You don't want to miss it. All right? Get your tickets, buy the pay-per-view, whatever you got to do. Get your friends, make a night out of it. Bring the boys, bring the girls.
Bring your mother, bring your father.
Me and Dylan will be here.
Yeah, we're going to be here. We're going to be making sure the action in the cage goes very well. We're very excited to present Brawl in the Burgh 19 to you tomorrow evening, Monroeville Convention Center. Grappling super fights start at 6:30 p.m. So make sure you're here in time to see these awesome grappling bouts compete. And then immediately following that, we're going to have an intermission, and we're going to go into our 8-fight MMA card, capped off by Justin the General Patton, representing the Matt Factory, competing against Jacob Olave from Kaizen MMA, Danny Palm and Dylan Cole here, and we're going to be signing out.
Goodbye, people.